After the significant surprise of enjoying the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime much more than I thought I would, I felt it was only right to pick up the Megatron so they can have a kiss and a cuddle. I didn't experience the original run of War for Cybertron toys, so I went into this knowing only two things. One, I really liked the design of Megatron's robot mode here, and two, I absolutely hated the design of the alt mode. But these things can rarely be quantified by pictures alone. Perhaps I would come around to the perceived shortcomings once it was in hand. The robot mode really is wonderful though. Like all spin-off media should, it calls back to the original design. There's no confusion as to who this character is, but also there's enough going on to differentiate it from the other 40 Megatrons I've bought in my life. Oh, that's a mean mug, isn't it? Like Optimus, the tiny noggin serves to make Megatron here look like Mr. Universe, and those big chunky splashes of red with purple highlights really stand out against the greys and the blacks. The overall sculpt is suitably menacing too, all spikes and sharp corners. He would absolutely burst your football if you kicked it over to him. Probably on purpose. There's a decent range of movement on the boy too, with generous ankle tilt and robust joints all around. We get a fairly stubby fusion cannon and this big Energon mace. Now, I like things like this usually, but this was a bit of a problem for me, considering the size of the thing. You can split the mace in the middle, I assumed so you can better place it in Megatron's hand around the shaft, but it's sculpted in such a way to make this impossible. So he has to hold it right at the bottom, which just feels awkward. You know, still you can sling it on the back here, and it does look cool. Another cool thing is the ability to swap out weapons with other characters. We can get Prime's big blaster onto Megatron's arm, and yep, that does look pretty amazing. You know, I might just keep things this way when on display, and frankly, whether I do or not, it's none of your business. The transformation's actually quite unique and fun. You know, I'm really going to only mention transformations from now on if it's interesting, and this definitely is. The arms come out on these hinges, clipping into both the front and the back, and the legs turn into these vicious spike appendages that wrap around everything like a clamshell. It's quite fun to do, and thank God for that, because it ends up being possibly my least favourite Megatron alt mode of all time. And I should qualify, like an actual Megatron alt mode, not where he turns into a fucking hat or a shoe, an honest-to-goodness Emperor of Destruction alt mode. A lot of folks would say it may have been the movie-inspired animated one, but they can go cook themselves on a barbecue because that's so much more fun than whatever this is. I guess it's an unfair comparison with Optimus. He's clearly designed by a specific, well-known truck mode in colour applications burned into our memories over 40 years. Megatron doesn't have anything quite so consistent, so we're left with this. A kind of weird hover tank thing. And okay, it's still better than Legacy Skullgrin, but it's just nothing. You know, I can't get over how much of a nosedive this toy takes from a wonderful robot mode with a really fun transformation into this really disappointing, hateful little thing. Placing the mace on top is almost awkward enough to turn me around on the absurdity of it, but not quite. It doesn't work. It's awful. So 2/3 of the toy is decent, and to be fair, the alt mode's unlikely to see the light of day again, but it knocks the whole thing down from a 7.5 to a 5.5, and we're doing scores again just for this one episode, okay, goodbye?